Rakdos has returned to Iratus, Lord of the First Floor. We made it to the second floor, the Dwarven Tunnels. We have a couple things to go over. I've been very excited thinking about how we're going to approach the tunnels yesterday. So we are going to plan out our route, plan out the rest of our build to make sure that we are grabbing the right talent points and grabbing the right graveyard structures for the floor. And then we're going to do some renaming of our units here. Just like anything in life, if something can be better and you realize it, you should make it better, right? No need to cling to nostalgia or any kind of tradition, you know? So I would say I came up with a better name for some of these guys, and we're going to switch it right over. First off, the route. So I don't think we can head from a space like this over here, because this space backtracks back down this way. And if you can see right here, this space would normally allow us to go backwards. So I don't think it'll let us do a serpentine on these areas over here. However, there will be some cutting across that we can do. So let's see here. Let's count the steals and see if we can get several of those. One, okay. Two cultist spaces, but like I said, I don't think we'll be able to get both of those. If we came up through here, came to this space, I don't think it would let us come back down. So one on each side. We definitely can get two cultist nodes right up here in a row. Oh, geez, phone, what's going on? Okay, steel number 2 on the right, steel number 2 on the left. We can get 3, 4. Okay, so it looks like we can go either way, to the left or the right on the bottom. And in the midsection, we can go to the left or the right. But we just have to make sure that we're heading up through the middle here on each side, whatever side we pick. Let's see what has the most valuable alternative nodes here. I do like the ancient coffin filled with items more than a sacrificial altar. And we can get a cultist space right here. The quest space is very appealing as well. Soul Spring. 2 of these in a row. Yeah, that's really good. But if we do that, we won't get the first steal on either of them. We could, wow, that would be phenomenal if we could hit this, get an item here, come up here and hit this, and then come up here and get an item. Try to avoid these grave spaces.
I will ascend to the world above. It's only a matter of time.
That's right, Iratus. It's only a matter of time. We are going to spend as much time as we need calculating this out, because we want to win, right? We want to win our first try. That would be phenomenal. So let's see here. I think that we really only need to decide the beginning and not too much up here, because it looks like it'll be pretty flexible as we're moving up. At this point, we have pretty good items for most of the units that need them, so maybe we prioritize these cultist spaces a little bit less. And these quests can give us some pretty unique things. Of everything that I'm looking at here, nothing is more appealing than this space and this space. And once we get here, we can decide to either go for that or hit over to the right, get this steal, and then come over and get this cultist space. Then we can do our first test to see if it will let us backtrack up here. I'm highly doubtful, but there's no harm in testing it, so we're going to head to the right. Okay, path selected. Next, graveyard. What do we want to focus here? We can open up a second slot in one of these if we need to. Our mana could be a little bit better. We could go for the obelisk to ensure that we have the digger souls we need for the rest of the run. We definitely want to max out the library and the abode of wrath. We actually want to max out a lot of these. I will say for right now, let's go for excavation. Let's go for the excavation. There we go. Let's make a zombie, nice and simple.
They will be expecting cannon fodder, but I will give them cannons instead.
I love that line, especially considering everything that I've done with the zombie. Bam. Alright. We're going to be going for the 3 locations that help us the most accumulate power. So that's going to be the Abode of Wrath to win fights, the Excavation to gain body parts. This is the first floor where I feel condensing your body parts to create blue or even purple would be useful. I don't feel like the percentage is too high in the beginning to even warrant it. And truthfully, I haven't even checked the percentages on Good Always Wins. They might have been reduced. So let's see here. 5.6. In the last floor on the previous difficulty, it got up to 9.9% chance to get a purple. So if you think about it, we have this floor and 3 more floors above it to climb, and it's only going to get about twice as good as it is now. You know what I mean? So that's a long time for a minimal amount of gain. So I feel like now and throughout this floor would be a good time to start condensing to get these purples, because our units desperately need these points, right? A single purple part is 14 points. If you think about it, that is 7 levels, you know? So just putting 1 purple part into this Banshee would mean that it would be level 15 instead of level 8. Huge difference in the amount of points and the amount of power that the unit has. Finally, actually not finally, we need to do the names after this, but we're going to work out what kind of spells we want. We desperately want the blind. We're going to try to be focusing for blind. There was something else over here that we wanted. We wanted wrath abilities cost less. We didn't end up picking that up, unfortunately, before the end of the last floor. We do want that as well, so we're going to be trying to head to the end of this and the end of this over here. I think that I might buy Slake with Darkness as soon as we can, once we get 3 points. And truly lastly, let's rename some of our units. I had a revelation last night about what these guys should be called. It was a huge mistake to name this guy after a Game of Thrones character. I should have known. But I had a name hit me. Since he's a king, part of the Cursed Kings, let's actually have a king in the party. So this guy's going to be king, and then his entire kit revolves around the No Tomorrow skill, which triggers when an enemy gets a debuff. I present to you formally the Dark King, D. Bufferson. And now we actually have a name for our mummy. Something simple. Nothing too overly convoluted or complex, which I normally like. But we're going to go with, because he's got this item here, he's healing all the time, Cursed Bandages. His name is just going to be simply Band-Aid. Alright. So now we have Grim Shady, which is just gold. Genius. That never needs to be changed. We've got Band-Aid, Terminator, and King D. Bufferson. I think we're going to change the name of Terminator as well. I just did not think of one last night. And let this be a message to anyone who comes up with clever names. I'll change my units' names. Why not? If you got something cool, I'm open. Lay it on me. Alright, a lot of exposition and kind of ground rules gone over. Now let's start our first fight here. At the end of the last floor, we got the War Drums, which is so amazing. This item is going to carry us. We're going to put that right in here. Now we no longer need the Bracers of Madness, so we can switch those out for the Ring of Terror. So we won't have to worry about losing initiative, and we will have a higher chance to kill the enemies with a heart attack, which is pretty much all the Cursed Kings are doing anyway. And we'll be able to switch this out for other things as we finagle our teams. Let's see if Band-Aid has anything we need to put immediate points into. It's looking like either Dread or Luck. Let's do Dread. And then do we have any items that we need to drop into our units here? Reduce damage from elite enemies. Debufferson lost his great items. Alright, the Shade also has no items. Shade gaining luck and critical. They do have a little bit of luck. They do have a little bit of luck. You do not, so, and you would probably never be in position 3 or 4. No. No items that we can give to our units just yet. We're going to drop this flesh into Savior before we forget for the millionth time. There we go. But we'll hold off on actually putting the points in, see what we need. Let's use these greens because we know we're not going to transmute them. No other green, we got a skull. There we go. Nope, let's not spend that. Could give you initiative. Initiative is always super good. Could actually start to give you some luck. At least a little bit of chance to crit, you know? Just a little bit. Nope, we'll save. First fight. They take it easy on us in the beginning of each floor with only 3 enemies. And we have to get blind, I feel, to deal with these berserkers. Since we're going to be driving people insane, and they have a higher chance to become inspired. Although I don't know how that works with berserkers because they always go berserk. We'll have to see. The cursed kings look upon the Dwarven Tunnels with disdain. The dwarves will be no match for their wrath. Go, my kings. Gotta love it when all your units mummy or band-aid. Why you gotta lag behind like that? We are going to do we boost up your Dread here, Debufferson? Sure. Instead of using Sorrow, even though we could use 2 Sorrows for the same amount of mana as a Muck. Actually, we could use 3. And I don't think there's any way this does more stress than this over those turns, so we will be using the Sorrow instead. The reason we want Blind is because Blind also deals stress damage, like this, but it also applies a debuff. So if I were to be in a Debufferson stance, he would be able to attack as well. Let's break somebody's accuracy, I feel. Could we do that? Yeah, let one of these 2. No accuracy for you. Gotta watch their insanities. Hit him up with the Cursed Flame. We do want these guys to take hits and die, as scary as it is. There we go. They take a little bit of insanity at the beginning of your turn. Oh my goodness, the pain. The pain. This is the very first fight, Meyer. This is the very first fight in the next dungeon. So we are feeling it out. It looks like it's going to be tough because that was the first hit we took. And yeah, I feel like if these enemies got some lucky turns in a row, some lucky insanities, they could easily wipe out my team. And my team has a decently high level, but they're not very equipped, you could say. Alright. Alright, first insanity, he went berserk. Okay, he has no more block left. I really wish that didn't happen. Wish he would have missed at least one of them. Alright. Do we risk it on Debufferson? We need the Berserk, this Mr. Berserk to die. We're going to hit him with a Sorrow. And so it's our choice to either restore our health a little, How much is he missing? He's missing 21. We don't want to lose a unit on the first fight now. That'd be super demoralizing. Let's not make that happen. Ah, jeez. So tough. I am going to let it ride. And we're going to do no tomorrow. Alright, and then I'm going to break the other one's accuracy. Even though this guy had bad accuracy, he still managed to hit. Alright. Vengeance. Curse. Alright, last insanity. Of course, it's going to be the Berserk. And then let's destroy your accuracy, Mr. Man, right here. Okay. Yes, don't use any other moves. The Void Claws is tempting, but we need this guy to not hit. 72%, that's not as low as I'd like it. But we will see if I can pull it out here. Cursed Flames on these guys, hopefully for the kill. Please kill. Please. Come on, Debufferson. Nope. Come on, damage over time. Damage over time, please die. Yes. This is my kind of entertainment too, Iratus. That was a little close. We're gonna slurp up some life here. Yum, yum, yum. Alright, and then we will try to milk the mana situation a little bit as well. How would we best do that? Probably just by moving him forward, I feel. So we will just... Oh. Yeah, we don't want to be...
Strength through pain.
Don't want to be having any super close calls this early in the dungeon. We use Dark Portal, get us up a little bit of mana, and we will reduce his luck. Why not? Oh, not even. He has blocks. Hey, even look at those. You just had to hit me for almost half my life, huh? Just had to. Couldn't just let it end. Dang it. Alright. A little bit of mana. Alright, now we can end the fight. I would rather end it with him so that he... No, he won't gain mana anyway. Gloom Claws probably will kill, actually, strangely. Yeah.
A predictable outcome.
Ooh, a new item. What is this? The Cannibal's Jaw. Minion receives 12 attack and 12 dread when an ally dies. I had a lot of fun theory crafting solo dolo with items like this. Unfortunately, this one needs the allies to die in battle instead of just giving you bonuses when the allies are not present. Interesting. That's going to go on a Lich. I know what that does. I know what that does. This is the perfect combo. Enemies can't escape or become inspired. 2 of the 3 unit deaths I've had were due to units becoming inspired at the last minute. Having this will ensure that the Cursed Kings can't accidentally make my enemies way stronger than I can handle.
It embellishes my undead features.
And it looks gorgeous on this beautiful man. Let's see. We don't have enough souls to do anything yet. Let's put our Terminator into the hospital in the mortuary here. And we will choose the replacement for them. Who will it be? Where is our... Oh yeah, we put her in here. I actually do think we will switch the whole team up. I think we're going to go here, 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 and then switch out Savior. There we go. We do need a name for the Blood Phantasm. Any ideas, Meyer, for a clever name for this bloody boy? We'll throw these weapons in here. I think it would be pretty cool to put these leg cuffs on them as well. They can't move. Some of their moves allow them to move around, but they're kind of inconvenient. like Hate Eternal, using this, he would have to move backwards. But if I put on the leg cuffs, he wouldn't be moved. It's kind of interesting. If you touch him, you get lit on fire. So what's that about? He's like a lava ghost. I was thinking of some kind of Phantom of the Opera thing, maybe. And then I also just keep thinking of rap music. Why am I thinking of rap music right now? Iratus, you're a strange one here. All right, well we can always put in a placeholder name, and then change it later, right? So it's going to be Ribphage. Just because look at this. He's got this whole big, like, everything else about him has clothes. The only part about him, his bones, is his ribs. Right, so there we go. Ribphage it is, and we are going to... Should we give him items to reduce the damage he takes from elites? He is going to be tanking hits. Reduce damage received from elites. No, let's keep that open. Let's keep that an open slot. You never know what we might get. But we do have points to spend on all of these units. Only 2 for her. She has no mitigation, no blocks, or no armor or resistance. Let's give her some armor to help with the dwarves. The Ribphage needs some, maybe evasion. No, we'll save on him as well. Band-Aid needs nothing among those. And let's get the points properly spent on her. Our high damage unit. Wow, now we're up to 6 cost for her luck, so probably not going to be putting any more points in luck. Grab her some damage. And her accuracy should be fine, so we'll continue to save those points. Okay, our next space, we did decide to head to the right over here. Even though I don't like the sacrificial altar as much as the ancient coffin, I like everything else on this side a little bit more. So, we're going to build a unit. Let's see, who are we? Let's do an unfrozen. Let's see what Iratus has to say about this unit.
If only they weren't so difficult to motivate.
These stubborn unfrozen, sticking around. Bye-bye. Ooh, another wedding gift. Interesting. Well, we didn't need that because we already have one. But if we ever lose her, hey, we will have a replacement. And then we also gained a armor, which we can put on our Black Widow, who also needs a name. Ooh. Still really nothing super appealing. Some more mitigation, actually. More armor. There we go. Alright, let's go. Still taking it easy on us, but at least there's not 2 berserkers. Alright. We have full mana, we can go a little crazy here. And we are going to be doing damage instead of killing with insanity. So let's work on getting their block removed.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Yes, Iratus, your bony weather is incoming. And then let's use Acid Spit to reduce the armor here. Perfect. Sometimes I can see them moving around. They might use some moving, in which case Overwatch would be very good. He's not going to move them, but the mummy definitely will. She can later as well. And the mummy gets to move again. Yeah, let's use Overwatch. That could move him, I think. Doesn't. Dang. Alright, well then, let's actually move him on our own will then. come here, son. Smack. 42 crit. And this is their move. Go ahead. Please continue to shift around. I'm a big fan. Let us put the Mark of Retribution here, because that's the best damage that the, well, yeah. Well, we do kind of want him to be hit so that they light themselves on fire. But no, let's still mark her Retribution here, because she can heal herself, right? Totally fine. That's 60 damage you just submitted yourself to. That's almost half your life. And then we're going to move somebody. Silk and pull and make them deal less damage. Let's silk and pull this guy so that he deals very little damage. And we're also going to get rid of these blocks.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather.
20% less damage. Smack him. There we go. And then we definitely are going to use Hate Eternal here to light all of them on fire until the battle ends. And that still, well, actually that would put our mummy out of position because he would move. That's why I think that the weight would be really good on him, keeping him stationary while he's using his wrath ability. So I guess we'll just be boring and use Phantasmal Blitz, try to just get one guy dead before he deals any more damage. Perfect. And this is the one that lost the armor. Yep. So we're gonna pull you forward and get a free trigger from our lovely bride. And now that it's her turn, she's going to pull back and blast a Rose for a Lady across and kill probably him, right? At least probably him. Maybe I'm overestimating the damage a little bit. I could single target him and do a whole lot more, but it wouldn't guarantee critical. Tough call. Yeah, let's use the Rose. Underestimated the damage by a little bit. That's okay. Well, now he killed himself. Okay, guys, pile in. Now, that's a lot of damage that you're taking there. They're all hitting the Blood Phantasm. They're all hitting. All I have to do is put him in the mortuary after this. Look, so he's taking 20 damage. He's dead at the beginning of his turn. He's dead at the beginning of his turn. He's taking 40 damage. So really, we just have to deal with this guy. No need to use any more mana or anything. Let's put you. No, we can't cocoon you. We could cocoon you just to defend him, but no, there's no need. Do you have any? Yeah, you still need your armor removed. Get spit on, and get wrapped up in band-aids, bandages. Dead. And take a huge crit to the face. Crit to the face. Crit to the face. Yes. That's rib phage for you. You can't touch him.
You know, if this keeps up, I'll be done purging the world ahead of schedule.
Quite a bit of parts, actually, for this one. And some souls. Very good. Alright, got a couple goodies from our graveyard. Almost have enough souls to build another building. And did we actually... I think we did a little bit of inefficiency there. Yeah, we didn't have anybody in the arena when we did that fight. So that's on us. We could have gained a little bit more experience for a unit. But let's bring out the Terminator. He's all better now. And we will pop in Rib Phage. Bloop. So, and as you can see, like, this run has to be played a lot differently. Like, the very first run, I just had teams. And I would just be like, this team's going, this team's going. But for Good Always Wins, the playstyle needs to be just a handful of units that can be interchanged, because you never know who's going to leave the fight wounded. What do we have here? Our very first quest in here. Alright, I wish I knew the quest pools for each area, but if I play this game enough, I will. What team should we take into this? The Cursed Kings look just fine. Just bring them in, they're really solid. They've been performing pretty well. We did just get one item here. I think we do want to keep the Shackles of War on. Right, yeah. And then we did get another skull. Is that going anybody here? No. Didn't we get a... Okay, we have a flesh as well. Yeah, that can go here. Alright. 5 points. Could keep saving up to get a block and a ward, but he heals himself a lot, so we don't need to focus on the defenses nearly as much. Now, let's go for luck. Let's get these crits. King Debufferson needs armor, without question. We need to put on to Grim Shady maybe a little bit of armor as well, or we can focus more on his evasion. A little bit of armor. Yeah, Bride of Iratus only. Okay. Alright. Cursed Kings, handle this quest. We do have all of our stuff set up, right? Even though this quest won't trigger. Ah, yes. Throw you in there to gain a little bit more experience. This quest will not trigger our graveyard events, but onward. Ooh, okay. I think I ran into this one in our first playthrough. So let's see here. I can either poison the dwarves by destroying their medical mushrooms, or I can hit their sanity for the next couple fights. So I can deal them damage for the next couple fights or reduce their sanity for the next couple fights. I think I'm going to go sanity since I have the Cursed King selected here. So we will hit the sanity of the dwarves for the next couple fights. Yep, they lose 20% sanity for the next 2 battles. Easy peasy. And this is going to be our first battle with 4 enemies. We are fighting 2 berserkers. That's also kind of scary for reducing their sanity, because we know they're going to go berserk on us. But Cursed Kings can handle anything, right? Right? Anything except an executioner and a madman. And anyway, let's go. Now they can't become inspired anymore. Sorrow. Ooh, let's get these wards off. Why are you allowed to have 3 wards? No way. That's another thing we're looking for in this playthrough, is items that allow us to reduce the enemy's blocks of wards. At the end of the last playthrough, we could pretty much go into a fight and make all the enemies lose several blocks of wards. That's really good. Combine enemies having no protection with all of our units going first. That's how we win. I'm gonna hit these 2, I think. Double up. Now don't go crazy before your first turn. Now let's destroy your accuracy, I think. It's totally fine. They start off with 112, so dropping them down to 72 is no guarantee that they're gonna miss. Alright, they both go in a row. Cool, he did not go berserk. We at least got 1 miss. Block. Sounds good. Ooh, what? Ouch, to the back line? That hurt way too much. Let's curse. Did we get some insanities? We did. We got 1 berserk. So we need to focus on this front one here. Why you no miss? Alright. Sorrow number 2 goes to you because you just need to die. Can't let him attack while he's berserked. Yeah, I know, right? That's a lot of accuracy for them to have base. This guy's got 115. The game expects you to have dodge, you know? So they expect that equation to be balanced out a little bit. But good always wins. The enemies have crazy high stats. Let's drop into our counter here and blast him. We need this guy to die. So, well, he's already got 2 stress damage over time effects on him. But he will be going next. You know what? Yeah. Can't risk it. Die. Oh, jeez. Okay. He's going to be healing up ever so slightly. Let's wreck this guy's accuracy. Yep. Don't go insane. Don't go insane. Not yet. Good. Perfect.
This never
Stay sane. Okay, he went berserk. Don't go crazy on us. Don't go crazy on us. That would have dealt so much damage. That easily could have killed the Shade. Easily could have killed the Shade. We got very lucky there. Let's drop the curse on him. Oh. Second kill? No, not quite yet. Alright. Keep your pistol away from the Shade. Keep it away. Why do you keep shooting him like that? I think we can clean this up with minimal casualties. Let's drop the sorrow on you, because you have a long way to go before you have less sanity there. And are we going to single target stress damage or still drop into the stance? Let's still drop into the stance. How much accuracy do you have? You still have the accuracy debuff, so let's finally hurt this guy's accuracy. He's been just wailing on us. Or we could get the guarantee and use Void Claws and get this kill. Get the guarantee and get the kill. If he doesn't die, actually, I don't think he can. Because nope. I already answered my own question. I am not about to take a risk. Yep. If that guy got a turn somehow, that would have been awful. And then we'll finish up this treasurer guy. Yep. That I can handle. That I can totally handle. You guys don't have debuffs on you or anything crazy. Let's reduce your luck a little bit. You have 30% luck. Oh yeah, you have some blocks. No big deal. Our units heal up a little bit on their turns, so we will just slowly and surely whittle him down. We're going to gain some life for debufferson here. Got it. And will Void Claws kill? It's really close. It's actually pretty close. Let's gain some mana. We did lose a little bit there. Yeah. And he has a block still.
Become part of the breathless tide.
Not bad, not bad. Ooh, new item. Bloated Flesh. Start of your turn, the minion restores 6 vigor for each unfilled squad slot. Okay. This is a very solo dolo-y kind of item as well. It makes one unit just constantly keep healing. A lot. If you only have one guy, they heal 18 a turn. Interesting. Interesting. Ooh, another item. This graveyard's starting to pay off for me here. That could be good when we're just using tons of physical spells to get damage on the enemies. Alright, we do have enough souls for an upgrade. Let's do, since we already have 2 units in each of these, let's spread it out a little bit. It's going to be either the Iratus statue or the obelisk. Let's do the obelisk because we still have so many more spaces that we need, as I'm sure, as I knew we would, need all of the rest of these upgrades very desperately. So let's open up the next area in the obelisk here. Let's use a Banshee for simplicity's sake. Boop, 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 boop.
You will learn to enjoy your wretched existence.
Yep, their existence will be wretched inside of this obelisk for eternity. Oh. There we go. And they're going to like it, apparently, according to Iratus. Let's pull out Mr. Ribphage, throw in Grim Shady. Take a look at the map here. We're probably going to call it right at this point. We're just going to kind of plan out where we want to go. Yes. Okay. So, as you can see, the backtracking grayed out down here like I thought it would. Even though it looks like you can cut across here and come all the way down, the game won't let you actually go backwards in any regard. So that will be very informative. If we go this way, we get the double soul spring. That's very good. Even though we did just put a point into, or we did just open up more souls for ourselves by locking down the obelisk, I think that that's a good idea. And as it just showed us, it won't let us go down this way once we get to here. So I won't be able to double dip on these cultists. Let's actually try to get the most steals here. We would get 1, 2, hit up here. Then we would miss this one. 3, 4. We would get 4, which is not bad. It's still pretty good, but the rest of the spaces don't look too appealing. Alright, we will brainstorm about that a little bit longer in between our episodes. Thank you guys so much for chilling with me. You rock. I'm gonna brainstorm about what we want to do for the rest of the floor, but this was pretty successful dive into the second floor. I think we're going to have a lot better luck here than we did on the first one. Hopefully all of you enjoy the rest of your day, and as always, peace.